Well, I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and this is my first time checking out David Bowie. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Big shout out to Brad. Thank you so much for the coffee and the support. So he has requested changes by David Bowie official lyric video. I am familiar with David Bowie. I have heard the name and some of his songs. I think this is one of the songs that I have heard. If it is in the movie Shrek, then I have heard it. But let's get into it, and I'll tell you guys my opinion, and do some research at the end. All right. First time reacting to David Bowie. What a treat. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have a reaction request, please go to my Ko-fi page or Patreon. It helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's begin. Yes, it's the song. Okay.
Still don't know what I was waiting for, and my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I'd got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse of how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't wanna be a richer man. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Size, but never leave the stream of warm and permanent sand. So the days float through my eyes, but still the days seem the same. And these children that you spit on as they try to change their worlds are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware of what they're going through. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't tell them to grow up out of it. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Where's your shame? You've left us up to our next event. Time may change me, but you can't twist time. Strange fascination, fascinating me. Our changes are taking the pace I'm going through. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Ooh, look out, you rock and rollers. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Pretty soon now you're gonna get older. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. I said that time may change me, but I can't trace time.
Saxophone ending there. Wow. An incredible song, and I think underrated. First things first, we hit the like. I will now subscribe to David Bowie, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. So, I don't know, for some reason, why did I'm asking you guys, why did Bob Dylan pop into my head? Is this originally by Bob Dylan? I don't know why I'm hearing like kind of the Bob voice. Changes David Bowie. Or is it just completely by David Bowie and I'm mixing things up? It could be. Huh. Changes originally. Changes David Bowie. Original. Why is that such a thing? Am I the only one? Anyone else getting that sensation? I feel like Bob Dylan could have sang this and composed this. But not to. It's looking like it's David Bowie. So excuse the confusion here. All right. So I was gonna try to guess the year. I knew it was early 70s, from 1971. The album Hunky Dory. Okay. Yes, as a single. And it serves as a manifesto for his constant reinvention. So David Bowie, let's read about the man himself. It's about time. So David Robert Jones, known as David Bowie, was an English singer, songwriter, and actor. Regarded as among the most influential musicians of the 20th century, he was known for his frequent reinvention and visual presentation, and is often referred to as the chameleon of rock. I could see it, because as I was listening to this song, I was thinking, how do I even describe this? What are we dealing with here? It's got this kind of funky beat to it, dun 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 on the piano, dun 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 dun. A little bit of the saxophone at the end, and of course the epically catchy chorus, and very interesting way of making a chorus with the like the stutter effect. Changes turn and phase the strange changes, and it is in fact in the movie Shrek. I think it might have been Shrek 1, or maybe Shrek 2, are some of my favorite movies of all time. And so that's what I relate. I thought about the song and I'm like, Shrek. But of course it can stand on its own. It just, it's even greater that it was, in one of my favorite movies. But what a fantastic way to create a song. See, this is the type of creativity that I am missing from today's music. And I don't know, I'm sounding like an old man here. It's like, oh, back in my day, as if I were, older than 31. But you could see it here. This is a great example. 1971. And, the fact that he was coming up with these compositions, with the structure, switching up from here to there. And it felt so smooth. Dun, 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 with his voice carrying us along. Oh man, this might be one of my favorite songs that I've reacted to on this channel, to be honest. And that's saying a lot, because there's so much great music from the 70s and the 80s. I still can't decide which one is quote unquote better. It's all subjective, depending on how you see it. But man, I'm so glad that we are getting into David Bowie. What are people saying here? A piece of music is great when you feel uplifted and yet a slightly bit melancholic at the same time. I feel that. It's melancholic because you're missing him. It's sad to know that the person that created the song is no longer on earth. Loved the song since the first time I heard it when I was 13. Seems like yesterday. I'm 63 now. Oh, look out, you rock and rollers. See, that's why, I don't know, that I thought like Bob Dylan would have sang something like that. Pretty soon you're gonna get older. Yeah. Man, time flies by. Even I feel it. But let's look up at the meaning of the song itself, which to me it's kind of like you should embrace time and evolution. Like, you can't stay behind because everything keeps going, right? You can't really keep dwelling on the past too much, otherwise you're gonna get stuck. So it's just like, don't be afraid to to continue with your life and with the world around you. And I think it goes to the saying, he's like the chameleon of rock, when you're able to adapt, to change, to go to different different parts of your inner self. David Bowie to me seems like somebody that was very much connected, like, to him on the inside. It's something that I think most musicians are. If you're an artist, if you're a musician, if you're like, an actor in theater, whatever, you have this type of like special personality about you. There's like a stronger connection that you have to your soul, if I can even say that. I don't know how accurate it is, but you know what I'm trying to say here. Meaning. So this song is a profound anthem of personal reinvention, artistic evolution, and the generational divide. Serving as a career manifesto, it captures David Bowie's philosophy that embracing the unknown and shedding old identities is essential for growth. This is what I'm saying, guys. The opening lines reflect Bowie's frustration with the stagnant music mainstream and his internal drive to constantly reinvent himself rather than repeat past successes. I wonder how he would feel about the music industry now. If he thought that, the 70s, that the mainstream was kind of, doing the same thing. The second verse addresses the classic clash between teenagers and their parents, urging older generations to step back and let youth find their own authentic path. It's true. I don't have kids. I'm not that. I mean, I'm old enough to have kids, but I'm just saying I haven't gotten to that stage in my life. But every now I think about that, like, what if I do? Like, when I get there and, if I have kids and they're growing up and they're teenagers and they're listening to, like, whatever type of music is at the time, and you just have to let them be, right? Just, like, guide them, at least show them. I feel like if I had kids, I would, from an early age, I would play them, David Bowie, the classics. I would just be, like, playing this channel nonstop. Anyway, the iconic refrain, "to turn and face the strange," acts as a rallying cry to courageously confront life's inevitable disruptions instead of fearing them. Okay. The song acknowledges how getting older forces people to reevaluate who they are, treating identity not as a fixed state, but as a continuous work in progress. That's what we are as human beings. We are always a work in progress, never completed. And that is kind of cool to think about, right? That there's no end in sight. You're always moving, you're always changing, no pun intended. And like I said, I have noticed that even myself. I'm 31 now, and I'm like, I am different than when I was 25, and I am way different than I was, in college at 20, and so on and so forth. So I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Let me know in the comments, how old you were when you first heard this song, what it makes you feel, and what you're thinking about concept-wise, dealing with everything I just said. So thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.